Wow, 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 wow. He did it, fight fans. Yordenis Ugas pulls off the upset and defeats Manny Pacquiao by unanimous decision, fight fans. Damn, all three judges giving the fight to Yordenis Ugas. One judge giving it 115 to 113 for Yordenis Ugas, and the other two judges giving it 116 to 112 for Yordenis Ugas, who pulls off the upset of the year. Wow, wow. I guess we could call this an upset, right? I'm sure that 90-something% of boxing fans thought that Manny Pacquiao was going to pull this out tonight, fight fans. Damn. Oh, Manny, man. Manny got old, fight fans. He's old. It's that time. Let's call it for what it is. My man Manny got old, man. Coach Kennedy, what's up, fam? I got Coach Kennedy. Orlando, what's up, my brother? What's going on to the fam? Hit that thumbs up as y'all pull up, man. What's up, man? What's up, Wade? What's going on? What y'all think of that fight, man? Wow, Yordenis Ugas did it, man. Yordenis Ugas' jab. That jab was working, especially early. The left hand, the left arm. Let's start right there. The left arm looks strong. That was the best Yordenis Ugas jab I've seen in a long time. I mean, that jab was working, man. That joint looked strong. It looked calculated, well on the button. Yordenis Ugas fought the perfect fight that gives Manny Pacquiao problems. I'm telling y'all, man, what's up with your Wade? What's going on? What's up, man? Coach Kennedy, man, I told you my man was going to win. Ugas, man. Hey, you know what, man? In my prediction, I said if Yordenis Ugas was not injured, I figured that this would be a close fight in a split decision. Now, I thought we leaned towards Manny Pacquiao, but Yordenis Ugas got the nod. But I always knew that Yordenis Ugas had a style that can definitely trouble Manny Pacquiao by slowing that fight down. He did the exact thing that gives Pacquiao problems. See, everybody got this thing in their head that it's beat up Pacquiao, beat him up. No, everybody who's always had success against Pacquiao slowed it down, fought at their pace, try to bring Pacquiao down to their pace. Pacquiao had a lot of problems in there tonight, man. A lot of them look physical, fight fans. A lot of them look like they were physical problems and just getting old. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Orlando says, yo, man, what's good, man? Manny went out like a soldier. He did, man. He did. And I don't have a bad word to say about Manny Pacquiao up in here tonight, man. Let me see if we can get some of this interview. Hold on, fight fan.
So what do you want to do next? Who's next?
Bueno, te elevaron como campeón.
Yordenis Ugas.
Y decían el lado de Pacquiao que tú no eres el campeón real. Ahora, ¿qué quiere hacer Yordenis Ugas próximamente?
Bueno, yo pienso que voy en el camino que estaba, a unificarme. Ya le gané a que todo el mundo decía que es un campeón. Ahora soy campeón, unificarme.
Now the plan is to unify the title in welterweight. Everybody said that he was the champion. Now they know who the real champion is.
Facts.
So does that mean Errol Spence?
Eso quiere decir que Errol Spence está próximamente.
El siguiente en la lista debe ser, pero antes estoy pensando porque se recupere.
No, he's the next one on the list that I want to fight, but most of all, I am praying that he recuperates.
Bueno, todos los cubanos estaban viendo esto, los cubanos salieron masivamente a apoyarme. ¡Patria vida! ¡Patria vida!
Life for the Cuban people that came out in massive amounts to come and see me. So for the country and for life.
Patria muerte no, patria vida.
Respect to you. Congratulations, Ugas. We're gonna send it over to Heidi with Pacquiao.
Let's listen to Manny Pacquiao fight fans. Can y'all hear? Hopefully y'all can hear it all good. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody pulling on up. Hit that thumbs up. This is Manny Pacquiao's post-fight interview. Listen up for Manny Pacquiao fight fans.
Just I think I just waited for a few days, so it's good. I mean that's boxing.
Most definitely.
Made the adjustment only for a few days.
Was a weapon that he used. Were you having a hard time finding your timing against it?
I know. I'm making a hard time in the ring, making adjustment about the body style, and I think that's the problem to me because
Wow.
I didn't make an adjustment right away, and also
Wow.
my legs is tight.
Yeah, we saw that you didn't use your legs as much, not as much footwork from you, and not as much head movement from you as well. Was it?
Wow, he said
was that the issue?
the adjustment, the change of style gave him
Legs is,
problems.
so tight. That's why it's hard to move.
Do you think that's father time? 42 years old, still doing this, man, going the distance here against yes, look at this.
Wow.
This crowd is so pumped to be here. They came
Wow.
to
Let's see if he
see
says
you.
anything
What do you
about
wanna-
retirement. Then we're
say
gonna
to
dig
them?
into this fight,
Well,
fans.
I'm so thankful to the fans. So coming here to watch to witness the fight live, I'm really appreciative of your effort to come here. Even despite of this pandemic, you have time to watch live the fight, and I'm sorry that we lost tonight, but I did my best.
Wow.
I apologize.
He did his best. Did his best.
Will we see you in the ring again? I know a lot of respect.
Golden
between you.
question.
Will we see you fight again?
I don't know. Let's let me rest first and relax and make a decision if I'm continue to fight or not.
Like a true politician, will you be running for president in the Philippines in May?
President. Will he be running for president? Will he be running for president?
Well, I will make a final announcement next month, and
Damn.
I know that I'm facing a.
Hey man, we not gonna
big
disrespect
problem
Manny
in,
tonight, man. Come on, y'all.
more difficult works than boxing. So.
That's tough to hear, man. Manny Pacquiao is almost at the end of the road. Still, I can't let it go. Hey, it might be it for Manny, fight fans. It might be it. What's up, Batman? I see you up in this jump, man. Our boxer say, yo, man, he didn't even mention Crawford, man. Look here, man. First off, let me just say, Yordenis Ugas fought a beautiful fight tonight. The jab was working. The right hand was working at will. I mean, he was even whipping that joint around Manny Pacquiao's guard. Yordenis Ugas' jab and right hand pretty much won the day, along with his patience. The way that the cosmetics of the way that this fight went, it went unlike a lot of people would have never seen it. We thought that Yordenis Ugas would be the one doing all the counterpunching to the body, counterpunching upstairs. We thought that was going to be Ugas' role, but it looked like Ugas was first in a lot of the exchanges, landing, and Manny Pacquiao was reduced to trying to become the counterpuncher. He was trying to counter in bunches. Unfortunately, it didn't work. He had a problem with judging the real estate. He couldn't get next to Yordenis Ugas without taking a shot or two. Manny Pacquiao, clearly, the age has caught up. I mean, physics is physics, fight fans. The man is in his 40s. He's been living the life of a politician, and he hasn't been in the ring in 2 years. What do we expect? Right? What do we expect? The fact that he even defeated Adrian Brown and Keith Thurman, that's more than enough right there, fight fans. So what did we expect? It would have been nice to see him pull out the victory, and a lot of us went off a lot of the old memories and the last time that we seen Pacquiao in the ring. But in the real world, and realistically, the fact is he's in his 40s and he's been out of the ring for a couple years. So, I mean, look, man, he showed a lot of heart tonight, but physically he could not overcome what Ugas brought into that ring tonight. Length, boxing ability, patience, the willingness to slow the fight down. He didn't chase Manny Pacquiao. He didn't run after Manny Pacquiao. Like I told y'all, in my prediction for this fight, Ugas would fight a comfortable fight for the most part. Because in Ugas's case, where he's uncomfortable when he always got to go after opponents, Manny Pacquiao is not a guy that's going to make you chase him. You can stand right where you are, and Pacquiao is going to come to you like a magnet. It's just who Manny Pacquiao is. It's always in. He want to jump in there. He want to look for those opportunities to jump in there to throw those combinations together. Well, Ugas stood there and he guarded the front door, like a lot of opponents in Manny Pacquiao's past have done. Now, if Manny Pacquiao was younger, would he have had more bursts? Hell yeah. Would he have been able to jump in there and he had more opportunity? Absolutely. But he ain't younger. And the bursts ain't there no more. He even had more bursts in the Keith Thurman fight than he had tonight. The leg that bounce, you know, that spring that Manny Pacquiao got. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We just didn't see it tonight, unfortunately. Ugas fought a brilliant fight. He slowed it down, made Manny into a counterpuncher. Now, I thought in a lot of rounds that I gave Manny, because according to my scorecard, my scorecard read 111 to 117. 111 to 117. I had it 9 rounds to 3 for Yordenis Ugas. I thought a lot of the rounds that were close, the closest rounds that could have went either way were round 6 and round 7. I thought in round 6, I gave it to Pacquiao because Pacquiao outworked Yordenis Ugas. In round 7, I gave it to Yordenis Ugas because I thought he landed a more clean, effective punching. But most of the fight, for the most part, I thought Ugas was cruising. It ain't from lack of trying on Manny Pacquiao. It's just that physically, he's older. The spring ain't there no more. The bounce, the jump ain't there. The heart is there, all heart. Manny got swollen up tonight. He was even bleeding a little bit from the jab of Yordenis Ugas. He was fighting on a lot of heart. He got tired much more earlier than we've ever seen Manny Pacquiao get tired in a fight. So physically, he just couldn't overcome a lot of things. His heart was bigger than his body tonight. Couldn't cover the real estate. Couldn't get around the jab. Yordenis Ugas mixed it upstairs and downstairs like we knew he would do. Ugas is a good fighter. Simple as that. And he was huge in it. Size-wise, he was much bigger than Manny Pacquiao up in that joint tonight. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what the fam time out, man. Yeah, man. It was something, man. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Damn. Yeah. You know, I'm not overjoyed. Salute to Yordenis Ugas. Tremendous win. It's going to do tremendous things for his career going forward. No one can say that Yordenis Ugas is not the real champion. He actually beat the last guy who held the WBA Super, which was Manny Pacquiao. Yordenis Ugas, everyone said that, hey, he was given his belt and he needed to fight for it. Well, he fought the guy that, if you saw Manny Pacquiao as the champion tonight, then Ugas pulled it out. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. But that arm did not look injured. That was the best left hand I've seen on Yordenis Ugas in a long damn time. I'm trying to tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell y'all. Ugas has got to see if Bud want to unify. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. But we all know that it ain't going to happen, man. But Yordenis Ugas more than likely going to go is either towards Errol Spence Jr., as he said in his post-fight interview, if Errol Spence Jr. injury is healed up or he's healed up from his surgery or whatnot and ready to go. The thing is, though, with this Yordenis Ugas situation, it doesn't put a timeline on Errol now. Where Errol had to come back fast to make it back before Manny Pacquiao got out of boxing if Pacquiao would have won. Well, now with Ugas winning, no, it's not a race for time. They can keep Ugas. It's all on the same side. They all fight for PBC. They all fight for Al Heyman. So, you know, they can stall Ugas. They can make Ugas go after Keith Thurman. It's a lot of routes that they can do. And Errol Spence Jr. right now doesn't have to run to try to grab the prize known as Manny Pacquiao. Now, the question is this. Did Ugas receive the torch? Because everybody said that, if Earl would have beat Manny Pacquiao, well, he was receiving the torch. The question is, does Ugas receive the torch? Does Ugas receive the torch? Riddle me that. Salute to Yordenis Ugas because the boxing gods owed him one. He beat Showtime Sean Porter in a lot of boxing fans' eyes. Well, tonight, he got his just due. He's now a world champion coming off defeating a legendary fighter in Manny Pacquiao. Well, if he felt as though boxing has ever robbed him, and take your mind, fight fans, this was a fighter that came back from 4 losses in Yordenis Ugas. Yordenis Ugas got 4 losses. If you ever want to hear about a story of being written off, not giving up, digging deep, you know what I'm saying? Being a warrior about your shit, like standing and not being counted out no matter what people are saying about you. You look at Yordenis Ugas. That man had 4 losses and he was written off. Close losses, but he was written off. No one thought that today he would be the WBA super champion and defeating Manny Pacquiao. No one would have thought. So salute to Yordenis Ugas. And all of the scrutiny that he went through this week from facing a Manny Pacquiao, from guys like me. I'm going to keep it 100. We all seen his left arm pitches. They were plastered everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Everything, all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? So he fought through it. He stayed focused. Last minute opponent. He took this fight on an 11-day notice. He looked well prepared. Look fully prepared. I will say that much. You know what I'm saying? We'll say that much. Hey, Jonah Hill say, yo, man, Ugas versus Crawford. Hey, we love that. Ugas beat Crawford back in the amateurs. Ugas beat Crawford back in the amateurs. That would be something to do. But Ugas is, you know, politically in the boxing world, you know how it go, fight fans. He's on the side that got all the smoke. He's on the same side as Keith Thurman. He's on the same side as Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence already has two belts. Ugas is going to stay over there and maximize himself. PBC is not going to allow Yordenis Ugas to venture towards Terence Crawford unless Terence Crawford coming on that side. That'll be an interesting fight. I'm going to tell y'all, man, the new and improved Ugas is a problem. Y'all not hearing me. I get it. You know, Manny Pacquiao was old tonight. But even so, amongst the other welterweights, Yordenis Ugas still poses a problem. Let's not make no mistake about this. A lot of us had him beating Porter. And look at what he's been doing since. He's racking up some good victories. And he's beating fighters down. He's looking big for the weight, but he's making the weight. Damn, he fought a good fight, man. Fought a real good fight. But unfortunately, man, you know, and I knew from like round one on down, y'all. I say, damn, Pacquiao's reflexes, man, way too slow. I seen it from round one. I say, damn, we have never seen Manny Pacquiao stand in front of his opponents that much and not willing to take. He takes 20 times more risks than we've seen him take tonight. He would have jumped in there so many times, throwing 3-4 piece combinations. It would have made your head spin, but he just couldn't do it. Ugas' jab was snapping Pacquiao's head back. The right hand, the right hand was landing at full extension, fight fans. Damn. That was hard to watch. I don't know about y'all, man, but seeing Pacquiao go through that wasn't easy to watch for me. I'm going to see what y'all talking about. I got Akuma's Deception on deck. What's up, fam? What's up with you? Spence got nowhere to run now. It's either Bud or Ugas. I don't think he want to mess with either. Yeah. Hey, good fights right there for Earl. Earl got smoke waiting for him. Either Bud, Ugas. Hey, there it is. Now, let's not forget, prior to Manny Pacquiao jumping into this, you know, Yordenis Ugas was already en route to face Errol Spence Jr. They were going to do the unification. So I don't know if they pick back up right there, but I'm going to tell you, man, Earl better be ready if that's where he going. Ugas ain't no slouch. Ugas is not no slouch, even for Earl. And we've always thought that, I mean, whenever we've talked about Ugas and Earl, a lot of folks have always thought that was a competitive fight. Ugas is big, is a big welterweight, just like Earl is a big welterweight. Ugas like to go to the body, just like Earl. The difference is Earl's work rate is much higher than Yordenis Ugas. But shit, Ugas is tough. I see Ugas unfortunately being overwhelmed by Earl's work rate down the stretch. But shit, who knows, man? Ugas is tough, man. I mean, I counted him out tonight. I thought Manny Pacquiao would get it by a split decision. I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Ennis or Ortiz for Ugas. That'd be cool. That'd be cool too, but they're not going to do that. Politically, unfortunately, Virgil Ortiz over there with ESPN, you know, PBC and Al Heyman not going to make that happen. Now, as for Jerron Ennis, would love to see it. I would love to see it, but rankings-wise, it ain't going to happen. I mean, at this point, look, man, Ugas is in the elite. Ugas is in the elite. You beat Manny Pacquiao, you become elite. When Jeff Horn beat Manny Pacquiao, he became elite. Ugas is now elite. He's not going to want anything but elite names. Unfortunately, for guys like Ennis and Ortiz, as good as they are, they're walking up the ladder. They're coming up the ladder. You don't beat Manny Pacquiao and then go face an Ennis or Ortiz. You just don't do it. This is the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Crawford would have killed Pac and would have smoked Ugas. Yeah, man, if that was Crawford in there with Pac tonight, that would have been a KO, bro. That would have been the KO, and it's very unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? But Manny Pacquiao, what I think he should do, as far as what he should do going forward, I think honestly, Manny Pacquiao should just go look for the biggest check that he can find and call it a great career. That's what I want Manny to do. I don't know what y'all want Manny to do. I'm not interested in seeing Manny fight no more of the young fighters. Not interested. Not interested in seeing Manny Pacquiao go out here and prove, oh, how great. No, I'm not into that. Look, you're great, bro. You first ballot Hall of Famer. You're in there. 8 division champion. Many memorable nights. It's going to be a sad day the day he announces his retirement. But at the end of the day, all I want, I'm good with Manny going to find the biggest check that he can find. Whether it's fighting a YouTuber, whether it's fighting I don't know, a retired fighter, whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever Kumite fight that they can find, I'm good with it for Manny Pacquiao. I am. Career well done, and you deserve every single dime you make going out the door. That's Manny fucking Pacquiao. I'm going to say that again. Hit that thumbs up for the fam, man. Hit that thumbs up. That's Manny Pacquiao. Let that man go do anything that he wants. You won't hear an ounce of criticism from the boxing community. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Too much respect. So let Manny go do whatever he do. But as for Yordenis Ugas, you got smoke, homeboy. You got smoke. A lot of smoke. Hey, Crawford can go over to PBC and maybe get that work. Why not? Shit, if we can't get that, I mean, especially if he get that Sean Porter situation cracking, Ugas' wife is fine. Go ahead and call me. She is, though, but we can't do that. But yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Yes, sir. Y'all going back and forth. Chris Ashley says, yo, man, Ugas beat Crawford in the amateurs. Facts. Facts. There's a storyline there. There's a definite storyline there. I love to see that, man. What I see from Ugas, man, like I said, that jab, that long jab, still flat-footed. Ugas is always going to be flat-footed. Manny couldn't take advantage of Ugas' flat-footedness tonight. Terrence Crawford would. Manny, unfortunately, due to his age and limited physically, could not take advantage of how Ugas is flat-footed. That's one of the things, if you rewind the clock 10 years, that's what Manny would have capitalized that on Ugas. The footwork. Manny would have been bouncing from side to side. Manny did not switch the angles tonight, unfortunately, as much as he normally does in the past. Manny would have been bouncing side to side, switching the angles, mixing those punches up upstairs and downstairs. He just couldn't do it tonight. He just couldn't do it. And that is something I believe a fighter like Terrence Crawford would look to use to his advantage. See, Terrence Crawford is younger, stronger. Things change, different fight. And all that flat foot that Yordenis Ugas does, well, that will be exposed. But Ugas don't got no problem, man, standing his ground against nobody, man. Hey, Jonah off the hook, man. Jonah off the hook. Everybody say, yeah, they agree to that, bro. Hey, great comment, fam. Everybody agreeing with you. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Chris Ashley says, Manny got 3 rounds. Ugas took the first 4 rounds straight. Let's look at my scorecard real quick, fam. The way I got this broken down is I got Manny Pacquiao winning round 1. I thought round 1 was a fill-out round with Manny Pacquiao outworking Yordenis Ugas. Ugas wasn't really landing much. Pacquiao was throwing a lot of punches. It wasn't landing. And Ugas' defense was solid tonight too, fight fans. He was using that high guard. He was keeping it real tight. And in the first round, I thought Manny threw a lot of punches. Wasn't landing, but he outworked Ugas. Rounds 2 and 3, I gave to Yordenis Ugas. I thought Ugas started to find his stride and his rhythm early, which really surprised me in the fight because in my prediction, I thought that out of the first 5, I was thinking that Manny would take at least 4. So my prediction on that was off. I thought Manny would take the first 4 of the first 5. You know what I mean? I thought that his work rate would be up. I thought that his punch output would be up. Even if he wasn't landing like he was in the first round, I still thought that his work rate would have outworked Yordenis Ugas early. But no, it didn't go that way. Manny Pacquiao's punch output was not high in the first 5 rounds. Pacquiao's activity wasn't there. It just wasn't high in the first 5 rounds, high enough. You know what I'm saying? It couldn't overcome Yordenis Ugas' clean and effective punching. That's how I saw it. You dig? So, I mean, after that, man, rounds 4 and 5, rounds 4, I gave to Yordenis Ugas. Round 5, I gave to Manny Pacquiao. Round 6, Manny Pacquiao. Round 7, very close round, Yordenis Ugas. 8, Yordenis Ugas. Matter of fact, Ugas for the rest of the fight. That's how my card went. And I scored in a 9-3 fight for Yordenis Ugas. You know what I'm saying? Akuma's Deception says, thank God that May-Pac era is officially over. That's a fact. That is a fact, Jack. Who's going to be the new stars? You know what? That's a good point. Mayweather and Pacquiao now out of boxing, perhaps. If Manny Pacquiao does come back for one last fight, I mean, at the end of the day, we know it would be possibly one last fight. But even in that case, that ain't promised. As of right now, it's looking like the Mayweather and Pacquiao eras are completely over. Where do we start? I thought it was over when Mayweather left. I mean, truth be told, Pacquiao was on borrowed time, but he was winning in a whole nother era. But who's going to take the mantle? Who is the new star? Who will be the next Pacquiao and Mayweather? Who we got, fight fans? The crop of fighters that we got. Who we got? Who we looking at that can be that damn big? Shit. Here in America, I'm trying to think, is there anybody that big? Pacquiao had the whole country behind him. Pacquiao got the whole country behind him. Is there anybody that can rise up like that? In today's boxing, sheesh, we can barely get a fighter to get 10 miles behind him. Can we get some fighters to get the country behind him? Bomb Squad? I don't know. It's a good question, fam. Who gonna take the mantle? Tank Davis? I don't know. Who gonna take the mantle? Manny looked bad versus Horn and Bronner. Thurman, he had a flash in the pan. I thought he looked good. I thought that was probably the last of it. You can't have a performance like that and then go on a 2-year hiatus. You know what I'm saying? You just can't have a performance like you did against Keith and then go on to. He been living the politician life, eating grapes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Sitting back, grapes, eating grapes and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, you've been living the politician life, man. You gotta stick with the fight game. With the fight game, when you in your 40s, man, you got to stay in the gym. I mean, B-Hop, for him to go, Bernard Hopkins, for him to go as far as he went in his career, even though I don't really want to speak on him much right now, but as far as he went on in his career, I mean, he stayed in the gym rat, and he stayed active. At that age, that's key. You know what I'm saying? That's key. Where's the people that said Pac was going to knock out Spence? Surely Ugas should have been easy work. Hey, if that was Earl in there tonight, man, woo! If that was Earl in there tonight, Earl would have, oh my God, he would have walked Pacquiao down. He would have mowed Pacquiao down there tonight. I'm telling y'all some real spill, man. If that was Earl up in there, I think he would have mowed Pacquiao down. Pacquiao just didn't have the reflexes. He didn't have the legs. He didn't have the bounce. Threw a lot of punches. Work rate was very, very high. I will give him credit for that. But just didn't have that bounce. Chief Fred 4 in that super chat. Thank you for your support, fam. Much love and much appreciation, man. He said, yo, the next best thing in boxing will be Boots. As long as we support him, 15 fighters have rejected a fight with him according to his pops. Hashtag no smoke. Yes, sir. Hey, keep on pushing them, bruh. Keep on. Just keep on pushing them. They can't deny him. That's the whole deal right there. You know, Boots is one of those fighters, like I said, looking too good. But however, they trying to, you know, weigh that risk versus reward shit. Looking good. He's looking very good in the fight. Y'all have to continue to push him. The fan pressure has to remain high to get Boots into position. They would look at him and say, these the old guard, the Porters, the Thurmans, the Earls, the Buds, they're gonna look at him and say, hey, we did too much to get here. Ain't no way we fucking around with this youngster. He mess around, beat one of us, take everything we work for. So it's going to take the fans. It's going to take guys like Chief Fred 4 to keep on pushing for Boots Ennis. We're going to keep talking about him. Everyone's impressed with him. Everybody impressed. We do want to see him step it up a bit more. That Sergey Lipinets fight was official. But he still needs just a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But he's right there on the doorstep, fam. Right there on the doorstep. Much love, and I appreciate your support, man. Real spill. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Crawford dreams came to an end tonight. Yeah, man. If you turns Crawford, you see everybody getting this Manny Pacquiao fight, but you. But you. Blame Bob. Blame Bob. But if Pacquiao wanted $40 million to fight Terrence Crawford. $40 million fight, fans. That's crazy. He ain't want $40 million to fight nobody else but Terrence Crawford. What does that tell you? You know what I'm saying? What does that tell you? What does that tell you? Spencer's going to hurt Ugas. If you get past that jab, he is easy work. Spencer's going to hurt Ugas. If you get past the jab, it's easy work. I think Spencer's going to outwork Ugas. He'd hit Ugas left, right, up, down, while Ugas is trying to get 2 shots off. That's the difference. Now, the question is, though, does Ugas make Spence pay coming through the front door like he made Manny pay? Now, Manny got a shorter reach than Earl. Earl can reach Ugas from much further across that ring. And Earl like to double that jab up to keep that guard up. If Earl doubles that jab up and then shoots them left hands downstairs, I wonder how Ugas handles that. Would he have a problem countering Earl while Earl stands on the outside? Because Earl can beat you up from the outside and the inside. And Earl got faster feet. I'm telling y'all, man, one of the main keys tonight that Pacquiao just didn't have was the feet. He didn't have that lateral movement. He didn't have that normal, you know how Pacquiao, that rhythm that Pacquiao fights in, he just didn't have that tonight. When we put Ugas up in there against a full-fledged welterweight, young and strong, that fights in their element and can do everything physically on the elite level, I think Ugas can fare with the best of them. But then we're going to really see what he got. He got past Porter. I thought he should have. He reduced Porter to a boxer. If Yordenis Ugas can reduce Porter to a boxer, don't tell me that Terrence Crawford can't reduce Porter to a boxer. Oh, yeah. I believe so. I believe so. I believe so. I believe so. I'm going to go up to some of the more recent comments, man. Facts check. What's up with you, man? What's up with you, man? Fact check say, yo, man, Earl can't deal with the movement, and I don't see it. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. I think Earl and Ugas, I favor Earl just because of, like I said, the work rate and the workload. You know what I mean? The work rate and the workload more so than anything. To my Pacquiao fans, man, we're gonna do something special for Pac, especially if he calls it a career. We're not going out like this for Pacquiao on just a random stream. If Manny Pacquiao announces his retirement, I want everybody out there to know we're gonna do something for Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao is a legend. You know what I mean? A legend, a legendary fighter, man. Damn, man. Pacquiao is short. Yeah, that was a problem tonight. Pacquiao's height proved to be a problem. If he being short, having the shorter reach and not having that bounce and not having that burst to make him get to that inside and cover that ground fast, that was going to be the problem. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That was going to be the problem. Salute to the fam, man. I appreciate your Black Desert Online Gaming or Gankin 101 in that super sticker, man. Much love and much appreciation. Hey, yo, man, everybody, man, if you just seeing me for the first time, I'm Mainman Mademan. We cover boxing on the real. You know what I'm saying? We cover it the right way and cover it the real way. Hit that thumbs up as your pull up, man. Join the fam. We got a whole fam over here. Some real cool boxing minds, man, all day. You know what I'm saying? We're very interactive. We got a phone line. We have you call in. You can pull up and holler at me. You know what I'm saying? We do those type of streams, man. Go ahead, subscribe. Hit that bell icon. Rock out with the homie. You know what I'm saying? Much love to you all, man. Much love to y'all all. And I hope y'all enjoyed the fight tonight, man. Real spill, man. We're gonna do a full thing tomorrow on my show. We talking boxing live. We're gonna sit down and we're gonna digest this. And we're going to talk about this and give Manny Pacquiao the proper respect. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my brother Dewan Sanders in the super chat. Much love and much appreciation, man. Thurman need to get in the action. Time is now. The time is now. I mean, think about it, bro. I mean, shit, if Earl Spence Jr. don't want to rush back after having his eye surgery or if there's any kind of complications or anything, this is the opportunity for Thurman. Call out Yordenis Ugas. I listened to Thurman in an interview earlier. Thurman said that there was some talks about him and Yordenis Ugas earlier this year, but it fell through. Shit, you better revisit them talks. Ugas the man right now, champ. Ugas about to make him a couple good checks. Him and his wife, you're going to be seeing Ugas on his Twitter, on his social media, doing a happy dance with him and his wife. Y'all can believe that shit. Y'all remember how he was when he first got that WBA title? Doing the happy dance every other day? Yo, Ugas going to be up on his Twitter doing the happy dance because he's going to get a good check from tonight's fight And on top of that, his next fight gonna be a damn good check. Salute to Yordenis Ugas, man. The boxing gods owed him one. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. But Thurman better get into the action. He was over there. He clearly PBC planning something with Keith Thurman, because every time there's a big event, Thurman is next to it, especially with this whole, Earl Spence and Pacquiao and Ugas. Thurman been all over this thing. Remember, he was at the press conference doing interview after interview after interview. I mean, he was there today doing interviews. I mean, all over the place. They pushing Thurman for something. I just can't wait to see exactly where PBC line him up, but they pushing him for something. They pushing him for something. You know what I'm saying? At 147, Ugas is different. You know what I mean? Hey, Ugas might be on the mission to prove everybody wrong. Like I said, he been counted out with 4 losses. A lot of us counted him out against a 40-plus-year-old tonight. Ugas may be on the mission to prove everybody wrong. His mission may not be over yet. Ugas is a good fighter, man. He's a damn good fighter. He's a damn good fighter, man. And I was very surprised that Manny Pacquiao got just reduced to a counterpuncher. Manny Pacquiao, at his age, no, counterpunching is not the way, because he's not as accurate as he used to be, and he doesn't have that burst like he used to have. You know what I'm saying? Just not the way. You know what I mean? Just not the way. Just not the way. Hey, Joseph T says, yo, man, nothing to be embarrassed for. The loss for Pac, still one of the greatest. 50-0 is nothing compared to your resume and achievements. Man, hey, Pacquiao better not be. Pacquiao can't be embarrassed. The words Manny Pacquiao, boxing, and embarrassment can't even go along. No, hell no, he ain't embarrassed. He lost tonight. It is what it is. He went out on the shield. He went out like any great fighter would normally go out, and that is fighting the talent of the new era. Win, lose, or draw. And when you lose, you accept your loss, you pass your torch on, and you walk out in your greatness. Pacquiao's no, man, no, come on. We all know if this fight was 10 years ago, what this fight would look like. No, this is Manny Pacquiao. No reason at all ever to be embarrassed. Manny Pacquiao, father time. That's all it was. Father time. That's what I saw in there tonight. I seen the man that wanted to. I seen the heart. You can see the desire in his eyes. He wanted to, man. He wanted to. It's just the body wasn't going to do it. His defense, Ugas' jab was just methodical tonight. His right hand was just at will. Down the stretch, it became an easy fight for Ugas. Ugas was comfortable. Ugas was in control. He didn't have to rush anything. Manny Pacquiao did a high activity rate, which we knew would not fare well for him later on in the fight. I mean, as far as the activity rate of trying to, the little burst that he was trying to push in, well, that was weighing him down. And given he was so inaccurate and hitting a lot of Ugas' gloves, it just was weighing him down. And it just, the snap in the punches kind of left down the stretch. It's age. It's age, fight fans. It's age. It happens. Father time. You know what I'm saying? Father time. Simple as that. Father time. Pac was ready with the excuses. He had him lined up in his head during the interview, decided not to double down on it. Thank God. Yeah, I heard him mention something about he had a problem with the style switch up. And I'm sure Manny Pacquiao Nation, a lot of the Pacquiao fans, they're going to take it and run with that. They're going to say that, they swapped the game up on Manny Pacquiao with 11 days prior to the fight. They pulled the rug from underneath his feet and they switched it up. And Yordenis Ugas, because remember this one, and this is true, Yordenis Ugas was preparing with the southpaw in his training camp. So, I mean, people going to say what they're going to say. And this is the reason why when we spoke on these conspiracies, fight fans, I just wanted to lay them all out there. I'm not going to tell you if you're right or if you're wrong. I'm just going to say that it was a great night for Manny Pacquiao and a great night for Yordenis Ugas tonight. That's all I'm going to say. You know what I mean? Whatever you see is what you see. It's just like Yordenis Ugas' arm. I'm sure that there's going to be some folks that go the opposite way. Now, we've been leading up to this point saying injury, injury, injury. Is he injured? Is he hurt? Oh, my goodness. Why is PBC putting Yordenis Ugas hurt into a fight? That's been the narrative of most of us. Now, let's not swap it up and say, that thing was super strong. Now that the arm is turned down, it was a bionic arm and shit. Like, it's going to be folks out here. I mean, I don't know. It's going to be people out here talking about some, man, That joint was a bionic arm, man. Like his jab ain't never looked that good. It ain't never had that much pop. Where the hell did he get that arm from? Why did his arm look like that? It's all that. Look, man, let's just put it to rest. It was fun. It was funny. We all had some good times with that. A lot of us did. It was funny. And some of y'all need to loosen. I mean, need to loosen up some, man, for real. Have some fun sometimes with the fight game. You know what I mean? And it was fun. It was funny, but it's over. And give Yordenis Ugas his full credit. You know what I'm saying? His full desired credit. You know what I mean? That's how we do over here, fight fans. You ain't got to be right. You ain't got to be wrong. Just give your opinion and stand on it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the most important thing. What's up, Yuri? What's going on? Oh, I got Marquise on deck too. Marquise says, yo, Manny look old tonight. Man, Spence, it would have been worse. Facts. Facts, Marquise. I agree. Say the same thing earlier, bro. I agree. Yuri, what's up with you? If Crawford don't sign with PBC, he gets nothing. If Crawford don't sign with PBC, he gets nothing. We got to see what's up with this Porter situation first, man. We got 10 days, man. You know what I mean? Let's get to Monday and see what happens, man. I'm listening to Sean Porter a little earlier. Sean Porter still sounding like he's sounding a little hopeful. So let's hope it work out. You know what I mean? I hope if it requires him to go to PBC, listening to Terrence Crawford don't sound like he got a problem with that. He'll go to PBC if that's what it takes at this point. You know what I mean? So look, purse bid, man. It don't matter where it go. At the end of the day, Terrence Crawford can't do nothing. He can't do nothing. All he can do is say, when y'all want me to fight, where's the arena? Where's the network? That's all he can do. Other than that, he'll be stripped of his world title. So he can't do anything. He got to do what they tell him to do right now. That's all. He just waiting on the fight. Just waiting on the fight. Freedom Fighter TV says Ugas throws the same punch that Marquez throws. That overhand right. That gave Pacquiao his first knockdown from Marquez, and Mayweather knows it. What a brilliant setup. Facts. That is facts. That is the one thing that is always. Manny Pacquiao does not fight well against slow-paced, calculated fighters, especially those who got a right hand waiting for him at the door. Ugas not only had the right hand, but he established the right hand with the jab. That right hand didn't just come out of nowhere. It was established after he established his jab. And down the stretch, it got more, what's the word? It evolved. It evolved from just a long right hand that was going, he started throwing it around the guard and shit. Like it was going around Pacquiao's guard. He got comfortable with that joint. I was like, Slim, he whipping that right hand. It was popping Pacquiao's head back, man. Pacquiao had that look of despair on his face around rounds 10. I was like, it ain't looking good for you, Manny. It ain't looking good. Just not looking good, man. Just not looking good. And Manny, like I said, man, you know, and you got no reason to be embarrassed or to hold your head down. Just lost to a younger, bigger fighter, stronger fighter. You know what I'm saying? Who came in there with a well-calculated, seemingly game plan for the exact right fight to give Manny Pacquiao's problems. You know, if you go back to Keith Thurman's fight, Keith went after Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? Like Keith went out, and Keith would have to take time off, but it would give Manny Pacquiao so many opportunities when he luring you into his traps. But you don't really have to ever really do that. There's not one Manny Pacquiao fight that I've ever watched that he didn't come to his opponent. Not one. Keith didn't train for that game plan. Ugas did. That's who Ugas is as a fighter. That's what makes it even worse for Pacquiao. You fighting somebody that already fights that way. Don't have to train that way. Don't got to prepare that way. That's what he's already known to be. A patient fighter that loves the counterpunch. Upstairs and downstairs. Big, strong, and he's long. And you gave Ugas the perfect freaking fight. And that's just facts. I don't know what Pacquiao's matchmakers are. For him to take Ugas on an 11-day short notice, that's balls. That's balls. That's bad matchmaking. Bad matchmaking. Somebody was in Pacquiao's ear saying some bad stuff. Bad matchmaking, but that's balls. You took on Yordenis Ugas on an 11-day short, especially after training for a southpaw this whole time in Earl Spence Jr. And to have to swap it up to fight an orthodox fighter, a world champion, who's coming off some good wins, who's considered definitely top, 6, 7 of the welterweight division. You take him on an 11-day short notice. To be honest with you, this lines up perfectly with Manny Pacquiao's career and who Manny Pacquiao is. Fighter of the decade at once upon a time. And people went crazy. I remember when Manny won Fighter of the Decade and everybody was going crazy. Like, why? Even Floyd has a lot of shit to say at that time. Why does Manny win Fighter of the Decade? People couldn't understand it. A lot of y'all still don't understand it. He won Fighter of the Decade not because he lost or who he lost to. It's because he is the fucking fighter of the decade. He fights, win, lose, or draw. I just witnessed this man go 12 rounds on an 11-day short notice with the top tier welterweight. Top tier. How many of these divas would do that shit today? Riddle me that. Give me one fighter that would do that. Give me one. How many of these fighters would have canceled this event? No. I'm not fighting Ugas on short notice. No. We seen Billy Joe Saunders taking Canelo through hell and hot water. Nope. They told me I was going to get 11 and a half weeks of training, and I'm only getting 10. I'm not doing it. I'm scrapping the fight. I got Manny Pacquiao preparing for a whole nother style. A whole nother style. And on the 11th day, he says, you know what? It's no thing. He ain't back out. He ain't run. He ain't renegotiate. He ain't look for a clause or any of that stuff. There was no arbitrations, mediations, and proclamations. There was none of that stuff. It was easy peasy. It was give me the next best guy. Give me Yordenis Ugas because he got my belt. Respect. Respect. Respect, Manny. Respect. And that's how it goes. That's how you win Fighter of the Decade. Because it's not about if you lose. Manny has, even in Manny's losses, he looks good. Y'all not understand that? Go to all of Manny's losses. It's even in the, I guess some of y'all say he beat Jeff Horn, so go to Manny's losses. Manny's fought his heart out in all of his losses. Fought his damn heart out in all of his losses, champ. So I fucks with him. Got a lot of love for Manny Pacquiao. Always will. But salute to Yordenis Ugas, man. It's still his night. It's still his night. It's still his night. Unofficial loss if you in your feelings. I can't go anywhere official and find a Floyd loss as a pro. Are you going to give one of your shoulda or coulda? I go by facts, not feelings. Unofficial loss is you in your feelings. I can't go anywhere official and find a Floyd loss as a pro. I don't know what you're saying, bro. I don't know if you're saying against Floyd or for Floyd. Are you going to give one of your shoulda, coulda, or woulda? I go by the facts, not feeling. Unofficial loss? Who said unofficial loss? No one said this is an unofficial loss. It's a loss. But no one cares if he loses. No one cares if Manny, at this point, not after all he did, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, look at his losses. Losses look, he looked good in his losses. If Pac retires, he needs to stay retired. Ain't no president of a country should be seen getting slapped around. How would he expect people to listen to him? Raise taxes, want us to call Ugas over. Go ahead, man. What did y'all talking about, man? He should stay retired if he retired. But he ain't, if he retired, he will stay retired. You know what I'm saying? He should stay. If he gonna retire yet, I mean, he ain't announced no retirement yet. If he want to get one more check in to help his presidential campaign, why not? Shit, you know what I mean? Like I said, let him look for the biggest bag he can find. Ain't nobody else. Right now, we don't really want Pacquiao in today's mix. We don't want him in the mix with Thurman and Earl in them no more, in Terrence Crawford. That time is over. Let Pac go off and do, you know, whatever he can do to make the most money he can do on the way out the door. He got a lot of fighters still in the fight game. We seen that dude Maxeo tonight. That's one of his fighters. We know he got that boy Casimiro. That's one of his fighters. Manny Pacquiao still around in the fight game as a promoter. If that's what it takes, then, you know, that's cool too. But I just want to see Manny Pacquiao make as much money as he can on his way out the door. I hope he doesn't still have like no lingering, you know, tax issues and all that type stuff. I hope he ain't got to deal with that shit. You know what I mean? Not in his older age, man. You know what I mean? Spence would have gotten credit for beating Pacquiao anyway. Probably for the best that he didn't waste his time. Nah, man, Earl wanted this shit, man. Earl Spence wanted this win tonight. To see Yordenis Ugas take this, don't get it twisted. Terrence Crawford ain't the only one hurting tonight. Earl hurting tonight too. Y'all, they both looking at Yordenis Ugas hurting tonight. I'm being real. I mean, shit. I mean, Earl was just as happy to get the Pacquiao fight as Terrence was. And now to see that neither one of them gonna get it. Might will fight each other. If you ask me, shit, fight each other. You know what I'm saying? But Yordenis Ugas got a target on his back, fight fans. He's going to have a target on his back from everybody. The momentum of beating Manny Pacquiao, that's one of the biggest name recognitions in boxing that you can get. Everyone is going to know that Yordenis Ugas just beat Manny Pacquiao, right? So my deal is, Yordenis Ugas is going to have a target by everybody. At least I would think he would, especially since he also has a world title. Earl Spence Jr. and Yordenis Ugas makes perfect sense. Keith Thurman and Yordenis Ugas makes perfect sense. Terrence Crawford and Yordenis Ugas makes perfect sense. A rematch between Sean Porter and Yordenis Ugas. Does that really make sense for real? I guess. I don't know. Maybe. Spence didn't beat Pac, so stop bringing him up. Spence didn't beat Pac, so stop bringing him up. But I think he would have. After what I seen in there tonight, he definitely would have. He definitely would have. Fast Check say, yo, Ugas beat the hell out of Pac. I felt kind of bad, but that fight was great. Yeah, he beat the hell out of Pac, man. I had it 9 rounds to 3. 9 rounds to 3, man. Father Time, man. Father Time is undefeated. Spence needs to hang him up, period. Nah, man, we don't know that. We don't know that. We don't know that at all. I'm not going to say he going to hang him up. He going to say he going to hang him up, you know. We don't know how deep that retina tear or break or whatever the hell it is going on. We'll wait on Earl Spence. All we heard from Earl Spence Jr. is that he'll make it back for the win. That's all we heard. That's all we heard. And we ain't hear nothing about no, well, it may be longer or he don't know. And nah. And now, like I said before, Manny Pacquiao's deadline ain't there no more. It ain't no come on back in 2 months or come on back in 3 months because Manny Pacquiao got to run for president. That threat don't loom no more. It's Yordenis Ugas. And Ugas ain't, he's on their side of the street, so he ain't really going nowhere. If they want to maneuver him towards Earl, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. You know, the crazy thing is, though, and we've been talking about this going into this fight, pay-per-view names. Now that Manny Pacquiao is one less name that they have over there on PBC, or I don't know, maybe Manny Pacquiao does come back and do another fight with PBC. I just don't know. But at the end of the day, I mean, who else? Who else can they put on pay-per-view? They got Canelo for one fight. You got Earl. You going to put Earl and Ugas on pay-per-view? How that do? How does Earl and Ugas on pay-per-view do? How does that do? I mean, this is real interesting. I just do wonder. I'm going to talk more about this tomorrow. I keep going back to this. Will Keith Thurman get back in the picture due to the fact that he's a name? I mean, you can put one of them dudes and Keith Thurman on pay-per-view. That's just one of the options that PBC still has. Who else? Who else could you put Earl and Ugas on pay-per-view? For real. They need some star power. And if they did do Earl and Ugas on pay-per-view, how would it do? Nobody really, I mean, even though Ugas beat Manny Pacquiao, got good name recognition, I mean, will Ugas really sell on pay-per-view? Riddle me that. Or will they be forced to go back to Keith Thurman much more faster than we think? It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what these numbers do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He say, stop it, man. This is nuts. He couldn't pull out because he needed the money. Who, Yordenis Ugas? You couldn't pull out? Hey, look, if y'all want to still talk that injury talk, man, look, didn't look injured tonight. I'm telling you, that narrative is going to end up changing and going the opposite way. It's going to go the way of he wasn't injured. He was super damn strong. I mean, the jab was just the strongest thing that we've ever seen, man. I'm telling you. But it was working. It was definitely working. That's what it's going to be, you know. Polo Smith says, yo, man, I think that Ugas attacks Earl Spence, a bad guy, and wins. If he goes, he's not going to go after Earl. Earl going to go after Ugas. Make no mistake about it. Earl is not that type of fighter who likes to be fighting on the back foot. Not that guy. He's a forward fighter. Earl is going to, but like I say, a major difference between Earl and Pacquiao tonight. Earl is longer. Earl is much longer. You know what I'm saying? And Earl can beat you up from the outside, just like Ugas likes to do. Like we seen tonight, keeping Pacquiao out there. But Earl can do the same thing. And Earl has a higher work rate. Now, could Ugas counter Earl Spence Jr.? Possibly. That'll be interesting to see. How would Ugas' countering ability work on Earl Spence Jr.? Ugas' countering ability brought Sean Porter's punch output down. The wild, crazy Sean Porter wasn't wild and crazy on Ugas due to his counterpunching. Does anybody think that Ugas' counterpunching can bring Earl's punch output down? I ain't seen nobody do it yet. That's one credit I've given Earl Spence. I haven't seen one fighter being able to really bring his punch output down really like that yet. The only time I really seen his punch output really down was against Carlos Ocampo. And he didn't even really try. He threw like 2 punches and Carlos Ocampo was knocked out. But I think he did that intentionally. But in most of his fights, nah. I ain't seen nobody bring his punch output down. Ugas is big. Ugas wanted Earl Spence back in the day. And I don't see Ugas backing down away from Earl Spence in no shape, form, or fashion. This would be a fight between 2 big, long welterweights. It'd be a good fight. It'd be an interesting fight. But how does it do on pay-per-view? I almost wonder. You know what I'm saying? Almost wonder. James S says, yo, Ugas was hacking away at Pac like he had a machete in his hand. Yeah. Hey, Slim, he had Pacquiao's head doing a pop. It was just popping back. I was just like, damn. I was just like, damn, Champ Life. What's up, Champ Life Boxing? Spence is a draw in Texas. They got to wait till after the NFL season, though. Well, this is the time. I mean, the Cowboys playing. My Cowboys played earlier tonight. Cowboys playing. You want to promote Earl Spence? You promote him with the Cowboys. It's a good time. You know what I'm saying? It's a real good time. I just don't believe in they will have to pack their undercard. It will have to be a much better undercard than we've seen tonight. Speaking of which, and I was going to talk about this more tomorrow, Robert Guerrero and Virgil Ortiz, awful. That was awful. Anybody who enjoyed that, more power to you. That shit was awful. That was a phone booth fight. Looked like 2 old men in there. Awful. You know what I'm saying? Who the hell they going to fight? You want to give Boots Ennis some name recognition? Feed one of them to Boots Ennis. You know what I'm saying? That'd be a good meal for him. He can say that he beat Sergey Lipinets and, you know, Robert the Ghost Guerrero. You know what I mean? Name recognition. Feed him the Boots. But that was awful. That was just, I see Boots stopping, taking mine. I see Boots stopping either man within 3 rounds. But that was awful. Awful, awful. Shame on PBC for putting that dumbass co-main event on. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Pac didn't lose the horn. Everyone knows Pac was robbed. You know what I'm saying? I hear you. I know a lot of Pacquiao fans believe that he was robbed. Unfortunately, the WBO went back and tried to rescore it, and they didn't find out he was robbed. You know what I'm saying? But Jeff Horn, to me, like I said, the fight that style that he fought Manny Pacquiao in, that's like a rare occurrence in my opinion. It's the calculated counter-punching, making it hard for him to jump in and leap in, and your defense is real tight. That's what the thing that always gave Manny Pacquiao problems. Lewis says, I missed the fight, man. I just woke up, man. Oh, damn, bro. Yordenis Ugas pulled it out, fam. Yordenis Ugas pulled it out. And for anyone who haven't heard, the judges' scorecard, 115 to 113 and 116 to 112 on the other 2 cards, all in favor of Yordenis Ugas. Unanimous decision. Unanimous decision. Big respect to Pac, though. He could have stayed with Top Rank and fought lesser opponents. Cruised to retirement. He crossed the street and chose greatness, fighting the best in the division. I couldn't agree with that more. He did not let the politics of boxing stop him from going after great fights. Even if he had to fund it himself. When he went over there and fought Lucas Matisse, that was on Pacquiao's dime. You know, he wasn't rocking with the PBC then. He didn't get down with PBC at that point. He was on his own. He went out and still fought, and he fought for the regular WBA championship. That's how he got the regular belt on his own. Then he got into the PBC business. And look, none of them kids couldn't capitalize. Adrian Bronner's whole career could have been totally recovered if he would have beat Manny Pacquiao. Couldn't do it. Keith Thurman. Everyone would have forgave Keith Thurman for all of the excuses and the time away from the ring that he was missing at that time, being so inactive and turning the fans against him. Well, guess what? A lot of would have been forgiven. Even ducking Earl Spence, he could have said, hey, I went after Manny Pacquiao and I beat Manny Pacquiao. But he lost. Pacquiao was exceeded above and beyond expectations. You know what I'm saying? Above and beyond expectations. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, you said Horn destroyed Pacquiao. What else you want? Yeah, he did. I mean, that's facts. I mean, I thought he did. The WBO thought he did too. Ugas doesn't KO anyone. You don't have to KO anyone to beat them. Nah, Ugas don't knock out a lot of people. He ain't got a lot of knockout power. That's not his thing. But he can beat you up. He can beat you up. I mean, Earl Spence Jr. is not a knockout artist, but he can beat you up. It's just that his work rate is high and he's strong as an ox. Ugas is strong, physically strong, but punching and pop, nah, he's not a knockout artist. You know what I'm saying? Not a knockout artist. Champ Life Boxing says Ugas's defense is better than Spence, but Spence throws more punches. Yeah, many more punches. Many more punches. Hit that thumbs up for me, fight fans. We covering this late into the night. It's 2 o'clock in the morning here on the East Coast. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this on up for the night, man, because it's real late on this end. And I'm going to get some rest and power on up and get ready for a full presentation about everything that we witnessed tonight, man. Yordenis Ugas pulled it out, fight fans. Upset. He remains the WBA super champion. If anybody had any reason to say that he wasn't a real champ, that reason is now flew out the window. All three judges on the scorecard gave it to Yordenis Ugas, 115, 113. 116 to 112 on the other two cards. As for Yordenis Ugas' victory, using the jab, using his size, using his length, using his patience, using his counterpunching ability. You know what I'm saying? Luring Manny Pacquiao in. Manny Pacquiao, father time, catching up to him in this fight. Did not have the bounce, did not have the spring. A lot of his punches were ineffective. They were overshooting, missing a lot of his combination punches. He was landing some. He did catch Ugas with a couple good left hands too. Now, I hope I didn't speak much on that, but he did land a couple good left hands on Yordenis Ugas that made Ugas smile. And we already know whenever a fighter smiled that he got nicked up pretty good. But got a couple good shots in there, and we seen some flashes of the old Manny Pacquiao. You know what I mean? But just physically couldn't overcome the fact that he is aging. He has been out of the ring for 2 years, living the life of a politician. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't overcome those physical things, couldn't cover the real estate, didn't have that spring in his step, couldn't jump in as much as he, as much as he used to. We didn't see the lateral movement as much as we normally do. And Manny Pacquiao was pretty much reduced to a counterpuncher in this fight. And that's pretty much how it went. Yordenis Ugas stood his ground, using his jab and right hand patiently and in educated fashion. The right hand evolved as the fight went on. It started out as a straight right hand, and then that evolved into like a looping around the guard of Manny Pacquiao's right hand. His jab was landing down the stretch, popping Manny Pacquiao's head back, and the right hand was just popping Pacquiao's head back also. Pacquiao fought on all hot. He stayed on his feet. He never got knocked down. Fought on all hot, fought all the way to the final bell. And his work rate was up. I'm sure if we look at the CompuBox numbers, I'm sure Pacquiao outthrew Yordenis Ugas by, I'm sure, 100 or so punches. You know what I mean? I don't put that past it. But at the end of the day, for anyone who has any concerns about Yordenis Ugas' arm, didn't show any signs of injury tonight. If anything, the best jab on Yordenis Ugas I've seen in a long time. Seen a lot of his fights. That jab was working. Maybe it could have been the height of Manny Pacquiao. Maybe it could have been, the height and size of Pacquiao, given he was much shorter. I remember I was listening to Keith Thurman earlier, and Keith Thurman said that the one thing that Ugas would have going for him into this fight is that every time Pacquiao tries to duck, Ugas like to throw those uppercuts, and he can throw shots downstairs better as a taller fighter. Well, Ugas' jab and right hand was on the button, fight fans. You can say it's due to his height or due to his length, but Pacquiao just didn't have the reflexes like he used to have, the footwork like he used to have. Pacquiao, in his post-fight interview, did acknowledge the fact that he had trouble adjusting to the new style because he was preparing for a southpaw all the way up to this point, until 11 days prior to the fight. He did say in his post-fight interview, he did not like the fact that he had to pretty much adjust. But like someone said earlier, he didn't go into it. And he know a lot of people would say excuses, but he didn't go too much into it. And I don't know. Maybe Manny Pacquiao want to come back and rematch Yordenis Ugas. That's an idea. That's a thought. I'm being real. I mean, to know that Ugas defeated Manny Pacquiao, I ain't think about that. To know that Ugas defeated Manny Pacquiao, Pacquiao may want to go one more time with Ugas. Why wouldn't that be a big fight since Manny Pacquiao lost? Didn't think about that one, fight fan. I hate when I on the way out the door and I think of something like that. Didn't think about that. Could we get a Pacquiao and Ugas rematch? Could we possibly get that? That's a realistic possibility? Because I just asked the question of who else would they put on pay-per-view? Well, before they put Earl and Ugas on pay-per-view, would Ugas and Pacquiao rematch be a better pay-per-view? Riddle me that. There's some whispers that PBC still have options with Pacquiao if Pacquiao chooses to come back and fight again. I'm just saying, to know that Pacquiao lost, Pacquiao fans going to tune in left and right. PBC, y'all better pay attention. To know that Pacquiao lost, they're going to flock back to the TV. If they redo Pacquiao, Ugas would be on board. Pacquiao trying to go out and get redemption. Remember, Pacquiao and Jeff Horn, the reason that Manny Pacquiao did not rematch Jeff Horn wasn't because he didn't want to fight Jeff Horn. It was because they were going to have the fight in Australia again. He didn't want to go back to Australia. Will he rematch Yordenis Ugas? And would y'all be down to see that fight? Real spill. Couple more on the way out the door. You know what I'm saying? Really? The sound cut off? Y'all can't hear me? Y'all can't hear the sound? The sound okay? Oh, sound must have went out for a minute. I don't know. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I bet my homie it won good. Let me go get my bread in the morning. Salute to everybody that betted on Yordenis Ugas. Y'all gonna have a wonderful, wonderful week, I'm sure. Salute to everybody that laid some money on Yordenis Ugas. Y'all gonna have a beautiful week. I wasn't one of them, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? I lost. Let's just say that. I ain't gonna tell you how much I lost. Just know I lost. You know what I'm saying? But salute to everyone that won that money tonight, man, that bet on Yordenis Ugas. Y'all was not fooled by the pitches. Because you know what? That's crazy. I'm sure the betting lines were heavily influenced by those Yordenis Ugas arm pitches. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk more about this tomorrow, fight fans, when we talking boxing live. We'll sit down and see if there's any more repercussions from this. See how Manny Pacquiao feels. See, you know, I'm gonna sit down and listen to the post-fight press conference. And let's see how Manny Pacquiao feels, man. Job well done on a career, if he calls it a career. And Yordenis Ugas, stock rising through the roof. Got a target on his back. Everybody going to want Yordenis Ugas. Hit that thumbs up for me, man, on the way out if y'all didn't hit it on the way in. Okay, you said you can hear me now. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Hit that thumbs up for me on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Y'all come on back tomorrow for We Talking Boxing Live. We're going to break this thing down. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get some energy. We're going to get a good night's sleep, get some rest, and I see y'all tomorrow, man. Salute to everybody, man. Yordenis Ugas remains the WBA super champion by defeating Manny Pacquiao. Unbelievable. I see y'all tomorrow, man. To the next video. Peace out.